Imagine you are walking through a large, private garden. It is the middle of the night. The air outside is crisp and freezing cold. It is the kind of cold that nips at your nose and fingers. The ground is hard beneath your feet, dusted with a fine layer of silver frost. The moon is hidden behind a layer of clouds, making the garden feel dark, secret, and still. You are walking along a winding path made of crunching gravel. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The sound is loud in the quiet night. You can smell the scent of pine needles and the cold dampness of the sleeping grass. It is a winter night, and the world feels dormant, waiting for spring. Up ahead, glowing softly in the darkness, you see the greenhouse. It is a beautiful structure, a Victorian classic made of ornate iron and tall panes of glass. It looks like a crystal box, lit from within by a dim, amber light. You can see the dark shapes of tropical leaves pressing against the glass from the inside. They are safe from the frost. They are waiting for you. You walk up the stone steps to the entrance. You reach for the brass handle of the door. It is cold to the touch, almost icy. You turn it, and the door opens with a soft, heavy click. You step inside, and instantly the world changes. The cold winter air is left behind. You are enveloped in a thick, humid warmth. The air here is rich and heavy. It smells of damp earth, crushed leaves, sweet jasmine, and moss. It is the smell of life. It feels heavy in your lungs, slowing down your breathing immediately. You turn around and close the door. You lock it. The cold is gone. The wind is gone. You are sealed inside this warm glass sanctuary. You stand still for a moment by the door, just letting your skin adjust to the temperature. You can feel the moisture in the air settling on your face, soothing your dry skin, relaxing your muscles. You unbutton your heavy coat, letting the warmth reach you. The silence here is different than the silence outside. It is not empty. It is a living silence, soft, green, holding you close. You begin to walk down the center aisle of the greenhouse. The floor is paved with old, red bricks, worn smooth by years of footsteps. They are slightly uneven, grounding you. On either side of you, the plants rise up like walls, giant ferns, unfurling their bright green fronds, tall palms, reaching up toward the glass roof, vines, hanging down from the rafters like green curtains. You are walking through a jungle, tame and safe. You walk deeper into the greenhouse. The only light comes from small, solar lanterns tucked away under the leaves. They cast a soft, golden glow on the foliage, creating shadows that dance gently on the brick floor. You stop to look at a row of orchids. Their flowers are waxy and perfect, hanging from long stems, white, purple, and deep pink. They look like sleeping butterflies. You reach out and touch a large leaf of a monstera plant. It is cool and smooth and thick. It feels solid, alive. You walk over to the glass wall on your right. You can see the condensation gathering on the inside of the pane, tiny droplets of water clinging to the glass. You run your finger down the glass, tracing a line through the mist. Through the clear streak, you can see the dark shapes of the trees outside in the cold. It makes you appreciate the warmth inside even more. There is only a thin sheet of glass separating the winter from the summer, and you are on the warm side. Somewhere in the distance, you hear the sound of water, a gentle trickling. You follow the sound until you find a small stone fountain in the center of the room. The water bubbles up from a rough rock and spills over into a basin below. Splash, splash, splash. It is a steady, rhythmic sound. It mixes with the soft, low hum of the ventilation fans high above, a constant white noise that blocks out any thoughts. You take a deep breath. The air is so rich with oxygen here. It makes you feel slightly heavy, slightly dizzy in a pleasant way. You look up at the ceiling. The roof is made of angled panes of glass. Above the glass, you can see the night sky. But here, under the glass, you are protected. You are in a bubble, a capsule of eternal summer. You notice a small misting system turning on overhead. A fine, cool mist sprays down over the ferns in the corner. It makes a soft, hissing sound. Shh, shh. The mist floats in the air like a cloud, catching the light from the lanterns. It settles on the leaves, turning into tiny droplets of water. Drip, drip, drip. The rhythm of the greenhouse is slow. It operates on plant time, not human time. There is no rush here. Growth happens slowly. Rest happens slowly. You continue to the back of the greenhouse. Here, hidden behind a wall of jasmine vines, is a potting area. There is an old wooden workbench covered in clay pots. The smell of peat moss and soil is stronger here. It is a grounding scent. Next to the bench, there is a comfortable wicker chair with thick cushions. This is your spot. A place to sit and watch the things grow. A place to just be. Chunk 3. The Rain on the Roof. You sit down in the wicker chair. The cushions are soft, smelling faintly of sun-dried cotton. The chair creaks gently, a cozy, familiar sound. You settle in. You shift your hips, finding the perfect position. You lean your head back against the cushion. You look up at the glass roof again. Outside, a gentle rain has begun to fall. You can see the droplets hitting the glass, and then you hear it, the sound of rain on a glass roof. It is the most beautiful sound in the world. 1,000 tiny taps, tip, tap, tip, tap. It is louder here than in a house. You are closer to the storm, but completely dry. You watch the water stream down the angled panes, blurring the view of the moon, washing the world clean. You reach for a heavy blanket that is folded on the bench next to you. You pull it over your legs. It is warm and grounding. You rest your hands in your lap. You feel the humidity of the room softening your joints. Your shoulders drop away from your ears. Your hands uncurl, resting palms up. Your jaw relaxes, creating space between your teeth. Your forehead smooths out. You focus on the sound of the rain. It washes over you like a wave, drowning out the silence, drowning out the day. There is only the sound of water against glass, and the smell of the wet earth, and the feeling of the warm air. The plants around you are breathing, breathing in and breathing out. You match your breath to theirs, slow, steady, deep. You are just another living thing in the garden. You do not need to think. You do not need to plan. You only need to exist. Your eyelids feel heavy. The golden light in the room seems to be getting dimmer. The sound of the fountain is blending with the sound of the rain, a symphony of water, lulling you down, pulling you down, into the earth, into the roots. You are safe in the glasshouse. The winter is outside. The summer is inside. You are protected. You are warm. You are heavy, drifting with the rain, sinking into the cushions, breathing in the green, breathing out the grey, asleep.